This is going to be an interesting discussion because when we talk about tourism, these days the word over-tourism is increasingly getting used. And especially we have two states here, probably, in fact, I can say all four states represented by these gentlemen, they have this problem of over-tourism. I'll start with Rajasthan. Mr. Jain, Rajasthan means whosoever will probably land in Delhi from any other country, they probably Rajasthan, any destination in Rajasthan would be in their list. So the challenge is always there that the publicity is there, promotion is there, but also the historical monuments that you have and other rich heritage that Rajasthan has. How do you balance over-tourism in terms of conserving these destinations and your rich cultural heritage?
Hi. Actually, over-tourism was never a problem for our state, but recently, after Corona, the number of tourists, basically domestic tourists, the number has increased manifold. And as you rightly said, whosoever comes to Delhi, the Delhi, Jaipur, Agra, this triangle circuit, it's a must for him to come to Jaipur or Rajasthan and see the monuments here. Though the preferences of the people have changed from earlier just to go to see the monuments and heritage properties to come more and more for leisure tourism, but still our monuments in Jaipur, which are famous world over like Amer Fort, Albert Hall, Jantar Mantar, Hawa Mahal, they really are thronged by the tourists. And recently I have seen this problem in our Parkota World City area where all these sites are situated one after the another. The Amer, Nahargarh, Jaigarh Fort, the Jantar Mantar, Hawa Mahal, Albert Hall, they all are in one line. And people come there in thousands of numbers. They start from the morning until late evening. So there is a problem of congestion, there is a problem of traffic jams, especially during the season of October to February. So to deal with it, we are thinking of limiting the numbers basically so that the tourist experience is very good and he doesn't have to face the jam and to reach the destination in 2 hours or 3 hours. So we are trying our best to limit the booking amount, booking also, and also to facilitate them. We are now building new parking areas. We are creating one-ways to reach the monuments. And from the next year onwards, the problem which we face this year of over-tourism, as you say, will be having much more better arrangements in terms of guiding the tourists through to these tourist places.
I'll now come to Goa because this is one state which has been in the news for certain comments by ministers about over-tourism and overexposure, especially the beach tourism. Though Goa is extremely beautiful and there are other places that one can explore. So how is Goa dealing with this problem?
Thank you. Goa beach have always been popular. So people throng the beach, especially during the winter season. And as Mr. Jain also stated, post-COVID, the domestic tourist numbers have grown. And main reason in Goa is because when the international flights were not allowed to come in or go out during COVID, most of the domestic tourists shifted to Goa. And they like Goa and some of them have settled there. So people have got used to traveling to Goa again. And Goa is a place which is very well connected because we have 2 airports now and the road connectivity is also good. So that is why we have huge numbers of people coming. To tackle that, we have as you said rightly, we have started doing hinterland tourism, promoting hinterland tourism away from beaches with 2 purposes. One is that people who come to Goa, they should visit the beach. I don't mind that, but they should go to other places as well. And that also helps in increasing the number of days which the people stay. And that, of course, increases the economic potential also of the state. I'll just give an example how we are tackling it. You all must be aware that we have this Sunburn festival happening in end of December. Generally, it happens on 28th, 29th, 30th December. That is the usual date when it happens. So previously, it used to be held at Hilltop in Vegator, which is a beach, close to beach, area close to beach. And because of the small capacity of roads, coastal roads especially, and about 1 lakh people visit the Sunburn every day. So those roads were used to get jammed, totally jammed, because so many people coming to one site. Though site was huge, but approach roads were limited. So this time what we did was that we shifted it to a place north of Goa, which is near the Mopa airport. And since our highway connectivity is good, we have big highways, so all people went there. Though there was some jam at the highway, but coastal roads were empty. In fact, I don't know, many of you must have seen that during the end of December, there were many influencers who were saying that Goa is this time, season has not, people have not come, there's no traffic jam there, there's not people there. The reason was that there was no traffic jam at the coastal roads, which people used to see traffic jams at the coastal roads during the end of the December month. So that was our strategy, that was the reason why we didn't get the jam. But if you compare the numbers, we have around 50% growth December on December, 24 vis-a-vis 23. So these are the things, these are the strategies which we are employing, like promoting hinterland tourism, promoting adventure tourism, promoting other activities. We have very good temples in Goa, so we are promoting those temples so that people can visit off-beach locations as well. And as of now, we have met with a bit of success. It's an ever-learning process. We'll keep on doing new things so that the people have a good experience in Goa tourism. Thank you.
Mr. Rao, Sikkim has been one of the most beautiful states in India. Even if it hasn't reached the level of over-tourism, but it's in Himalayan ecosystem, and it has a very fragile environment, and it's very important to conserve that. In that context, how is Sikkim managing to handle tourism? You are welcoming, you have certain challenges also in terms of infrastructure, connectivity challenges, which I believe is going to be sorted out soon. But still, the numbers are increasing. So in that context, how are you handling this, this challenge of balancing tourism? You need revenue from tourism. At the same time, you need to preserve this Himalayan ecosystem.
Good morning, all the delegates, and thanks to India Today for organizing this meet. So myself, I am C.S. Rao, Principal Secretary Tourism. Regarding Sikkim, it is simple words we can say this is the dream destination for all the Indian citizens, not only Indian citizens, all the foreigners, it is a dream destination. If you see the last year 2024 scenario, almost 2.5 months, the road was totally cut off. NH10, that is the lifeline, only lifeline for Sikkim. That is 2.5 months that was cut off. Despite of having that hardship, around 16,25,000 of tourists they have visited. Because the name and fame, whatever Sikkim has gained so far. That is the main identity, you can say. This many numbers, out of this 16,25,000, around 15,40,000, they are the domestic tourists. Then 84,000 plus 84,800 foreign tourists. That this foreign tourist number, inbound tourist number, if you compare with other northeastern states, this is the highest one. Okay. Regarding this over-tourism, we don't have any problem of over-tourism. We have very good carrying capacity. As on date, there are we can accommodate around 52,000 tourists in a day. That is our capacity. Right now, we don't have any problem. But as stated by Mr. Kausik, we have to give good attention for sustainable development and ecotourism. Ecotourism regarding ecotourism. Government has taken very good initiative. We are preserving, conserving our biodiversity. Biodiversity-wise, if you see the state, we have, though we have only 0.2% of the country's total geographical area, we are fostering 25% of the biodiversity of India. That may be the flora or fauna, 25% of the biodiversity that is available in the state of Sikkim. Regarding other things, tourists, whoever are visiting, they are very conscious about our environment. We are planning to restrict the movement of tourists, minimize or to control the tourist number in the eco-sensitive zones. That we are going to do. We are blessed with Kanchenjunga Biosphere Reserve and National Park that got UNESCO's World Heritage Identity under culture and natural. This is the only national park have the identity of UNESCO under both the categories, natural and cultural. That is only Kanchenjunga National Park. Otherwise, we are providing good hospitality. Our people of Sikkim, we have three ethnic communities, that is Lepcha, Bhutia and Nepali. All the three communities, they have mingled, though they have different culture, different traditions, they have mingled, then they have developed a culture that is called Sikkimese culture and Sikkimese traditions. They are very, very good in hospitality. So far, whoever are visited, out of these delegates, so many people, they might have visited Sikkim. They are praising the hospitality they have, whatever they had in the state of Sikkim, for which I am grateful to the people of Sikkim.
When it comes to Uttarakhand, religious tourism is one thing Uttarakhand is known for, also adventure tourism. Then Uttarakhand has many beautiful scenic places. But at the same time, as we saw during that flood, that a lot of homestays or small hotels that are mushrooming in the state, which created problem for the sustainability of the state's tourism. Now, after that, a lot of things have been done over there. So could you highlight some of the things that have been done by the government to not only promote tourism, but to make it sustainable? Because like Sikkim, Uttarakhand also falls in the same Himalayan ecosystem.
Tourism as a sector that plays an important role in the overall economy of Uttarakhand. Its importance from the overall economy of Uttarakhand can be assessed, can be understood in the context of certain facts like tourism as a sector contributes almost 14 to 15% to the state GDP of Uttarakhand. As far as the domestic tourist inflow is concerned, the average annual growth rate is almost 13 to 14%. And after the announcement of the new tourism policy, which is popularly known as 2030 tourism policy of Uttarakhand, because it will be in force till 2030, the state government has received proposals worth almost 10,000 crores from the various developers and investors, and state government has accorded its approval to all of them in the last 2 years. And of those 10,000 crore proposals, work pertaining to almost 5,500 crore projects that are started at the ground level. So on the basis of these facts, we can say that tourism as a sector that played an important role in the growth story of Uttarakhand. No doubt Uttarakhand is a Devbhumi. Religious tourism occupies a predominant position in the overall tourism profile of the state. But it also is a major source of livelihood for the local people. So in order to address the issues of sustainability, in order to address the issue of so-called over-tourism or the more people coming to the one particular destinations in the domain of religious tourism, we are emphasizing a new concept that creating a node around a magnet. When I say a magnet, it means a popular destination, and a node means a hidden gems around that, near to that popular destination. So in that context, we are promoting the new places like Lord Kartikeya Temple, which is in Rudraprayag district, which is the only abode of Lord Kartikeya in the northern part of India. We are promoting Timers in Mahadu in the Niti Malari Valley, which is also in the vibrant village notification list, and which is also popularly known as Amarnath of Uttarakhand. The emphasis is on the sustainable tourism, responsible tourism, but tourism for all. In this context, the homestays are going to play a major vital role in the years to come. Till now, almost 5,500 homestays they are registered with the tourism department. On the front of the marketing initiatives, they do lag. So Uttarakhand government tourism department has come up with its own portal called uttarastays.com, which lends a helping hand to these homestay owners. At the same time, in the domain of sustainable tourism, we are also evolving the new tourism products like Nakshatra Sabha, that is astrotourism. Because of the low pollution index and no light pollution at a higher altitudes in Uttarakhand, till now, under the banner of Nakshatra Sabha, we have concluded almost 5 to 6 sessions at a remote station, and we have got wonderful response in that regard. Recently, we have concluded India's first ever dark sky conclave also, which was recently concluded at Ramnagar in Nainital. So, while developing these new tourism destinations, or while promoting the homestays, and while promoting this sustainable tourism, the emphasis on the 4A perspective, that is accessibility, amenities, accommodation and activities, but the emphasis on the local cultural ethos, environmental considerations and local vernacular architecture.
Thank you, Mr. Kurbe. It seems that post-COVID, there has been a surge in domestic tourism, as Mr. Ahuja and Mr. Jain pointed out. Now, this could be a controversial question because there is a perception that there are certain differences in the behavioral patterns of domestic tourists and international tourists. So, in that context, and considering your own state, I'll start with Mr. Jain. How do you see, what would be your advisory for domestic tourists if there are certain behavioral differences between domestic tourists and international tourists?
When it comes to the pattern of inflow of tourists in the states, definitely the change is very much can be seen that domestic tourism arrival has increased manifold. And in fact, the change of pattern of tourists to go to some tourist sites have also changed. Now they come more for the leisure tourism than to see the monuments. And this is a fact. Rather than going to few places like Amer and Mehrangarh Fort or Jaisalmer, now they come to stay in a resort and stay there for 3 days, maybe not going even out for a single day. So the kind of change of pattern of travel and enjoying your travel has completely changed the mindset also. Earlier, the kind of things which we used to see in the behavioral pattern of the domestic tourists and the behavioral pattern of the foreign tourists, there used to be some kinds of complaints which were always there in the minds of the foreign tourists when they come to the iconic locations in Rajasthan. The problem of overcrowding was always there. The problem of lapkas was there. And always a kind of a feel in the foreign tourists that they have been cheated by the local shopkeepers and something like that. But the responsibility of the Indian tourists, the domestic tourists, has increased day by day. And I can see the change in pattern also. When they come to the city, they are much more disciplined. They are not going to the places which are not for them, something like that. They are not complaining that much. And foreign tourists who want to see the heritage of Rajasthan, they go there, they enjoy the tourist locations there, and they also go back to their country, and they put a word of mouth for coming back to the Rajasthan. So I feel that change of pattern in the domestic tourist behavior when they come to Rajasthan or they come to any other state. Thank you.
That's an encouraging development. Mr. Ahuja, you share the same thoughts?
I do to an extent. In fact, I do not agree with the statement that there's a behavioral difference between foreign tourist and Indian tourist, domestic tourist. I think the behavior is generally the same, and there would be good apples and bad apples in all categories of tourists. So I agree that the pattern does change with the domestic tourist coming, more domestic tourists coming, their pattern does change, as Mr. Jain pointed out. But I don't see any behavioral change as such, and the behavior remains the same generally. There could be good people in all kinds of tourists. In fact, in Goa, we had the pleasure of inviting many Russian tourists earlier, especially pre-COVID. They are coming now also, but the numbers were huge before COVID. And they used to get mingled with the domestic people as if they are the domestic people. They used to do the occupation, etc. also. So behaviorally, I don't see there's a much difference between the foreign tourist and the domestic tourist. But yes, the patterns do change.
In Sikkim, because it's a small state and also there would be manpower issues, community participation in tourism is very important because it can actually make a tourism sector. So how is the state working with the local communities, the state administration, Mr. Rao?
Yeah. Tourism development, we have to have the participation of local community. That is true. Before coming to this point, I would like to say one or two words regarding that behavioral change of domestic and foreign tourists. Both the categories, they are well disciplined. But after COVID, one thing we have noticed, sorry, foreign tourists, most of them, they are preferring homestays after COVID. Most of the foreign tourists, I said 84,000 plus foreign tourists, they visited in 2024. Okay, out of which more than 50% of the people, they have gone for homestay. If they go for homestay, they are going to mingling with the local public. They are involving the different activities, whatever the local public they are performing. Then they are really enjoying. They are really enjoying the culture. Then village map, tourist map we have prepared for all the villages. As per the map, they are planning to visit almost all the new corner of that particular locality. That is those are the things happening from foreign tourists. In the similar way, if the tourists, they are coming some educated lot, they are also preferring to go to homestays or some remote areas instead of staying in cities. They are planning to be there in rural areas. That's why after seeing the scenario, state government has changed its strategy to develop rural tourism in the state. So accordingly, our Honorable Chief Minister P.S. Thamang Sahab, what he did, he very recently, he started one mega homestay project. Under that particular project, 1,000 numbers of homestays that will be prepared in the individual's land holding. Okay. Then each mega homestay, there are 3 rooms with attached toilet and bathroom facilities. Everything he has provided. That is very good opportunity to the rural youth for coming out and continue their livelihood earning in the sector of tourism. If you see the present scenario, around 18 to 20% of the population of Sikkim, they are involved in the tourism activities. So these are the things related to rural tourism. Actually, it is coming up very well because if you see in the rural tourism, again I am repeating you, we are going to see, directly you can see the culture and the traditions of the local people. They are very hospitable. Regarding this tourism sector, forest department is playing a major role. They are coming out with so many. Department has taken up some new schemes. Last time you might have heard from our Honorable Chief Minister. He said that different schemes being executed by the Forest Department. Forest cover, it has we are maintaining that 47% of forest and tree cover. We have 82% of the land under Forest Department. We have come out very well. But one more thing is there, environmental related things. We have very clean environment in the state of Sikkim. That is the beauty. Almost all the tourists, whoever are visiting, they are enjoying the environment of the state. Especially at the Diwali time, almost all the states, they have some problem. But in the state of Sikkim, we are not using light emitting or sound emitting firecrackers. We are not using them. We are decorating our houses. Very beautifully we are celebrating. Even if you compare the standards prescribed by Central Pollution Control Board with the state government Pollution Control Board standards, particularly at that time, really everybody will be impressed that those prescriptions, those measurements, they are much lesser than some prescribed measures by the Central Pollution Control Board. That's it.
Thank you. Mr. Kurve, Uttarakhand also attracts a large number of long-term travelers, people who, this concept of new age nomadism, people who would like to detox, or people who would like to create a work-life balance, or in search of spirituality, they go to Uttarakhand, to different places. I'm not talking about spiritual locations only. They stay there for a longer period. Is the government recognizing this trend? And what are the infrastructure development, or what are the facilities that you are providing to these kind of tourists?
See, as you are rightly said, particularly in the post-COVID period, if I compare the figures, there has been the almost 34 to 35% increase in the domestic tourist inflow vis-a-vis the Char Dham Yatra as compared to pre-COVID period and the post-COVID period. So on the basis of the number of tourists which are coming for the religious pilgrimage, on that basis, we can interpolate the data pertaining to this kind of tourists which are coming to Uttarakhand. No doubt there has been a significant increase in the numbers of the tourists which is coming to the far and flung areas of Uttarakhand. Particularly in the post-COVID period, the emphasis of the tourist which is coming to Uttarakhand is to go for the isolated, secluded places with much more emphasis on the hygiene. So, as I said while addressing your previous question, that the emphasis now, the importance which we are now going to create new nodes around the magnets. Secondly, community participation or the development of the homestays for such kind of tourists with emphasis on the hygiene, with the emphasis on the wellness, that has been the priority of the Uttarakhand Tourism Department. Work from home is now a new concept. So in the coming months, we are going to create certain villages with the 5G connectivity. So which will, with a low pollution index, such places can be a next second home for such kind of people who will be coming to Uttarakhand. And you will be using the basic infrastructure facilities for their day-to-day work also. Thirdly, as I said, that it's a hilly state, so accessibility to such places is also one of the major consideration while developing the new tourism destinations. So Uttarakhand Civil Aviation Department, on the lines of the Government of India Civil Aviation Department, Uttarakhand Civil Aviation Department has come up with its own Udan scheme. It is the first state which has its own Udan scheme. And on the basis of that Udan scheme, we have started connecting all the major popular destinations with the state capital of Uttarakhand. Also, recently we have started our air service from Delhi to Pithoragarh. As from Dehradun, we have connected Uttarkashi, we have connected Pithoragarh, we have connected Haldwani, we have connected Dharchula and Munshari, Almora. So all the major popular destinations we are connected with the state capital of Uttarakhand, that is the Dehradun. As far as the training of the homestay owner is concerned, We are opening the various Institute of Hotel Management located in Uttarakhand. Recently, we also concluded one training session with the Airbnb also, and the efforts in this regard will be continuing.
Thank you. We have just 1 minute left. So I'll ask this question to everyone, and I need a very quick answer, maybe in 10 seconds. Imagine you are creating a new promotional thing for your state tourism, something new you have to say. So what would be the one sentence or word that you would talk about your state? I'll start from Mr. Jain. One word or one sentence, quickly.
I would say Wed in Rajasthan will be the one single line which will promote the wedding, destination wedding in Rajasthan. And I will invite all the future couples to come to Rajasthan and celebrate their marriage in Rajasthan. Thank you.
Mr. Ahuja.
We are developing Goa. I'll take slightly more than 10 seconds. We are developing Goa as an IT destination also. And we are making co-working spaces at the beaches, which will be beautiful places both to work as well as for tourism purpose. So I would rather add the software part to Goa's sun, sea and sand.
Mr. Rao.
Yeah, we want to promote Sikkim as a MICE tourism. Government of India is also stressing on that particular events. That's why we want to come out for MICE tourism.
Mr. Kurve.
Tourism in the border villages under the Vibrant Village program.
Thank you. Time is up. It's very difficult to discuss in such short span of time such wonderful states. But thank you for coming here and joining in this panel discussion. It was wonderful having you here. Thank you.